All right, guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of All About Life. Unfortunately, I actually just recorded this video and it did not save, so I'm a little frustrated, if you can't tell. But anyways, guys, in today's segment, we will be discussing why a woman's love is conditional, and not only that, but understand that it will always be conditional, okay? When you have parents or friends, family, individuals that have been raising you and taking care of you, especially when you were a child and growing up, that is unconditional love, all right? What that simply means is that that person is there for you no matter what you do, period. That is what unconditional love is. You don't need to meet a certain requirement in order to be loved and taken care of by that person. But when you meet a woman in today's society, there is no such thing as unconditional love. It's all conditional. Meaning that whatever that woman is looking for, whatever she's attracted to, she's looking at the quality she finds important for her own self, for her own gain. It has nothing to do necessarily with you. A woman could be in love with the idea of who you are as a person, right? If you're fit, you're powerful, you have money, you have status, you know, you have a lot of good things going on for you in your life, she can be attracted to that, where she ends up loving the circumstance that she's in with you. But that doesn't mean that she loves you. Meaning that if any of those things stop that she values, she will stop fucking with you. That's the gist of it, okay? So understand that a woman's love is conditional to whatever she's looking for, which is why I tell men, when you do find a girl that you're interested in, see what she's all about. What does she like about you? Why does she want to be with you? When you figure those things out and you have those type of conversations, then you have an idea where you stand with that woman. And now, if anything should change on your side of some of the things she likes, you'll understand why the relationship is failing. You can understand why she ended up leaving you or why you ended up having to leave her. Now, it's not always going to be your fault or in this situation that you haven't lived up to her standards. There are going to be times where you meet a woman that she loves and likes certain things about you, but that's only in that current time. As she's with you and she's getting older, learning more about herself, she may realize that you no longer do it for her. And that can suck, but she's changing. So even if you are doing your part as a man and upholding the things that she values, if it changes, she won't no longer feel for you. Guys, have you ever been in a relationship where you ended up caring for a woman, loving that woman? You might have been with her for many months, years, whatever the time frame is. And when she starts to become distant with you, and when she is essentially wanting out of the relationship, have you ever asked yourself, like, yo, we went through so much shit together. Why is she now thinking of herself? We were a unit. We were together. Like, she should not be changing up on me. If we've been together for so long, we should still remain that way. Well, that's because men are that way, okay? Women don't work and operate in that fashion. Women will always look for their best interests, okay? That's part of female nature, and it's scary. Because a woman could love and care for you as long as you still remain to be that nigga to her, you know, that man. So if she sees you as powerful, wealthy, strong in all these compartments, you have so much stuff that she values. If you should fall in any of those categories, that she already has built this imagination of you, because women tend to fall in love with the idea of a guy. A lot of women don't even know the men that they're with. Haven't you heard in a lot of other channels of men literally telling women you don't know what men want? They don't. A lot of them don't. It's just true. So when they end up doing for you, when they end up liking you or loving you or infatuated with you, it's not usually you. It's the idea of what you represent to them, right? So if you have certain fundamental things, or if you are a certain type of person that they're drawn to, you have the characteristics that they like, but that might not be you. And even if it is you, hypothetically speaking, that could change. because that woman may no longer like the same things like I said earlier, you know, and that's scary. So as a man, you need to understand why that is. And it's because women operate based off of what they can get. They are the weaker sex. They have to use any means to obtain what they need from the world, which the world is full of men and women. And if you have some being that's more powerful, like a man, then you have to use whatever you have in order to get what you want, which in a lot of cases is a woman's charm, her sexuality. When a girl likes you, she's going to be agreeable, pleasant to be around. You know, she's going to make things very easy for you guys. Now, I'm going to give you an example of a girl who makes things difficult, which as you guys can see right now on the screen, somebody that I met on a dating app. You know, we're just first encountering one another. We're talking back and forth. I'm setting the date. She wants to video chat. To me, it's a waste of time. You know, so I let it be known what I'm looking for. And I'm straightforward with this person. Long story short, she ends up giving me her number. And we end up doing a short little video chat. And after that, I noticed she wanted to drag things out. And I was like, hey, love, yeah, we video chatted. Do you want to meet up tonight? This is literally what I told her. Do you want to meet up? And what she said is, oh, I'm sorry. I don't think we're compatible, etc., etc. Those were her final words. And I literally put no problem. NP with a peace sign. And that's it. But as I told you guys, you need to get to the point with these women. All right? Find out what she's looking for. Get an idea of how she thinks. What's her mindset like? And then continue forward if you believe she's a good candidate to be in your life. A lot of women are strong, independent. They have all these outlandish ideals and ideas because of feminism and the way the society is now, especially in this country. So you need to weed out the women who think a certain way that don't match with your way of thinking. That's the way it works. You know, always invite the girl to your world so that you're in control of what's going on. And if she likes your world, great. She's going to follow you. If she doesn't like your world, then you don't need her. And you'll learn a lot about women and yourself when you move this way. Because now you're going to have an idea of what women are actually looking for, especially when you interact with a lot of women like I do. You start to know who ends up dubbing you. You start to get to know who you end up dubbing. So now you know what women to look for and you know what women to avoid. And vice versa. Those women are dodging you if they don't like how you move. All right? And also depending on their motives. Understand that anytime you're getting with a person, whether it's hooking up, whether it's a relationship, however you're doing your business, you know, your intimate business with, there's always a gain. There's always a reason. Whether it's the woman has genuine desire for you or the woman is looking to obtain certain things out of you. A woman's love is not unconditional. It's always conditional. The only type of unconditional love you will ever receive is from someone who decided to raise you, take care of you, do for you, no matter what you did in return. You could have done jack shit and they were there for you because they're there for you, not for any other reasons. But a woman that you're meeting that's not blood related, that's not your family, trust and believe, if she's with you, it's for a reason. Some of those reasons could be valuable. You could actually be like, yo, I really fucked with this girl because she is with me for the reasons I believe she should be with me. And now you can rock with her. But you always have to keep that in mind that that woman could leave you at any point. And a lot of guys, you get lost with that, especially when you start caring deeply for a woman. All of a sudden, your logic just goes away. It has happened to me in the past, okay? When you're with somebody, you can become infatuated with them over time, especially if you're new to the dating game, which is why I tell you guys, you need to date multiple women. You need to sleep with multiple women. You need to learn more about yourself and learn more about how to interact with the sex that you enjoy, which if you're watching this channel, it's women, okay? So make sure that you understand why that woman is wanting to be with you, whether it's hooking up, whether it's a relationship or something even long-term like marriage or engagement, whatever it may be. You need to find out why she's with you. And while she's with you, understand that person could at any moment up and leave. Just up and leave. Like if you didn't matter. Like I said earlier, we've been in situations where we've loved a woman and she's no longer here because she started thinking about herself. And if a woman doesn't see you in her future, doesn't align the things that she's thinking, because a woman operates based off of feeling. That's scary. So understand that a woman's feelings, she's basing that off of her reality. So if you ever watched any content like Fresh and Fit, you would realize that these individuals have brought up concrete evidence, have brought up stats, used logic with a lot of these girls. And many of them do not adhere to it. You know why? Because their feelings don't align with logic. So the only times that a woman will agree or be on board with what's being said, no matter how factual it is when her feelings resonate with the fact. If the fact is contrary to how she feels, she will go against factual things. She will always be in opposition because in her world, it does not align. That's just the way a female mind works, okay? Feelings is what guides that woman, not logic, not reality, feelings. That's why I always say that you always have to be ready to leave a woman. No matter how much you care for her, no matter how much you may love her, you need to always be willing and able to leave that person. She understands that she can lose you. It isn't a situation where she believes she could just be with you until she's good and ready and then up and leave. She should always understand that, well, if I don't meet this man's qualifications, if I'm not doing what this man needs me to do, he will leave. Which will always keep that woman wanting to do more for you. But in some cases, they will still leave, okay? Because again, they're more concerned about how they feel. And if what they feel does not align with what's going on in their world, then they won't do it. And they'll simply start going against. You know, I had to personally drop women who stopped listening to what I was telling them to do. You know, what I was asking of them. And that's always a clear sign where things are gonna go south, all right? So guys, I'm sorry that I had to redo this video because there were certain points that I said that were so fucking lovely and I don't believe this video came out quite the same. You know, I had a lot of the ideas, but things did not flow the way it did on the first video. So just bear with me. I hope you guys learned. If you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section below. It can be rough out here, because a lot of us men were looking for women that in a lot of cases may resemble family members. It may resemble your mother. That woman may remind you of a person who was there for you. You know, so whether it's conscious or subconscious, we tend to be looking for things that made us feel safe and good. So as a man, if you're around a woman that's doing things for you that you enjoy, you're gonna wanna keep her around, but understand that it is conditional. So she will be there for you as long as you are still providing what she's looking for. And if she ever changes, just understand that she may leave you. Because even though you have what she was looking for, things changed for her. And now she's no longer looking for the same things. So guys, thank you for watching. Make sure that you do subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. We are still growing. Make sure you like this video. It would greatly help the algorithm for YouTube. And as always, this channel is all about you. Catch you guys on the next video.